Hey there and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be discussing Vinyasa heart opening yoga sequence with side bending yoga poses by Tummee.com, a yoga sequencing app for yoga teachers. So firstly, what is Vinyasa yoga as per you? And how do you go about sequencing a Vinyasa yoga class? So Vinyasa is the practice of a group of yoga poses done together, with the breath being the guiding factor. So it means the body moves from one posture to another with the breath. For example, Surya Namaskar, which is the best example for a Vinyasa flow. And Vinyasa yoga can be created based upon either a theme or focus on a particular muscle group. So if you haven't had a theme until now, it makes sense to start with a focus or theme and make it easier and safer in this process of yoga sequencing. This also helps your students to be prepared for the sequence once they know the theme. And our theme is the combination of heart opening and side bending yoga poses. Heart opening poses at the physical level helps to open the chest, rib cage, ensuring efficient use of the diaphragm. And with the help of side bends or lateral movement of the spine, this can be achieved. And at the emotional level, the flow of these poses focus on the upper torso, helping students gain self-confidence, self-love, respect and love for others, open-mindedness, and many more such characteristics of heart chakra. The focus is smooth movement and smooth breathing between poses with conscious awareness, leading to activation of the chest, allowing flow of prana along the spine, helping in efficient functioning of the heart and the lungs. A vinyasa flow can also be a mini flow, which may take anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes, or it can be as long as up to 90 minutes also. In our sequence today for heart opening with side bends yoga poses, the sequence time is 30 minutes. So as teachers, you can always add or remove certain flows, keeping the transition in mind and the time in mind. A vinyasa flow is not necessarily one pose, one breath practice, which means it is not necessary that there are 20 poses in the sequence. The entire sequence is covered in 20 breaths. One can hold the pose for more than one breath to build endurance and strength. The sequence is divided into part 1. We are working upon warm-ups with gentle stretches to the torso and breath awareness, removing stiffness around the neck, shoulders and back, that is up to this pose. Part 2, poses involving engagement of hips, the upper body to build endurance and work on deep breathing until here. Part 3, all the lunge variations with side bends to come to pose 33. Part 4, balancing and counter poses. And part 5, relaxation and cool down section. The choice of poses in this sequence is primarily to deepen the practice and prepare the spine for forward bends and back bends, for which twists and lateral bends help a lot. So we start with seated poses for grounding and breath awareness, starting with Upavishta Bitilasana, where we lift the neck up and curve the back. The chest is gently open. Here the students need to focus on their chest and their breathing. From there, the students go into Parivritta Sukhasana, creating space in the spine for flow of prana, opening the chest and shoulders to the side for flexibility. This is an asymmetrical pose, so it has to be done on the other side. And in Vinyasa, you will find many asymmetrical poses where students have to notice their flexibility and strength on each side to build body awareness. We try to hold each pose for equal number of breaths to keep the balance of stretch and balance in flexibility. From Parivritta Sukhasana, the student does the easy side bend. The students might lift their hips off the ground while doing such a side bend. So to avoid it, either you can place a block on their thighs or let them not overdo the side bend. They should feel connected with the ground. Our main focus is to relieve students from stiffness in the upper body and prepare the body for forward bends and back bends. After doing it on the other side and noticing the same stretch, the students do a variation of the side bend where one arm is for balance and support while the other arm is extended up. As the students bend to the right side, they feel a stretch in the left side of the torso, left side of the hips, and the engagement of the core. This is an easier variation to the previous pose. So if students want, they could directly do this pose and hold it for long, or students can do the previous pose and hold that pose for long. Taking the side bend a little deeper, the students extend the arm that was resting on the ground a little further to go even more down. Let the students close their eyes and notice their breath, which is slow and deep, along with a great stretch to the side of the upper body. It might be difficult to do such a pose, but that is where you ask your students to notice their body and how the body is reacting to stretches. So they work on the growth of their body. Ask your students to breathe steadily, to go deeper into the stretch. Both these variations are done on the other side with the same focus and slow, steady breathing. Whenever students do the asymmetrical poses on the other side of the body, ask them to notice the difference in stretch and the difference in flexibility. We want students to keep learning new things about their body. Until now, we have done gentle side bends, which prepares the students for deeper stretches, and we shall see what those deep stretches are. Head to the second part of the sequence, and if you liked our video, please do click on the like button and subscribe now. Thank you and see you there.